Hey everyone, it's Kim here. Thank you for checking out my channel on YouTube, and I don't normally do the video blogging thing, so if this is something that you would like to see more of, just click on the thumbs up down below and perhaps even leave some comments. I don't even care if you agree or disagree with me. The one thing that I like to do, as evidenced on my morning show, is I like to spark discussion. That's the big thing. And the topic today is something that I think is certainly worthy of the discussion. It's the big water cooler talk or coffee row talk in Medicine Hat this week. It's how Service Alberta has decided to impose a surprise $15 fee for every photo radar ticket or other infraction where a ticket has to be mailed out to Albertans. This is for any search for an address, even if sometimes the ticket isn't actually given out. Last Friday, the chief of police in Medicine Hat was on television saying that this was unfair. This was a shock. It was ill-timed, poorly communicated to local government. Then Monday, which, well, here in Medicine Hat, this was blinding speed and perhaps record-breaking speed. The decision was made that a 1% tax increase to property owners should do the trick in covering off this expense, estimated at perhaps as much as $750,000. Let's be clear. That expense is not going directly to the offender to be added on to the cost of a ticket. The reason being the cost of tickets in Alberta is regulated and cannot be changed at a local level. So in order to pay the additional charges, someone has got to pick up that tab. And that someone is you. Even if you rarely get a ticket, even if you've never had a ticket, even if you don't even have a car, you will pay. Earlier this week, one alderman said to me, he said, well, what were we supposed to do? We can't exactly change the police budget right now. We can't expect the highest paid police force in Canada, compared to markets this size, to simply absorb this. So what do we do? Well, I'll tell you, here's what to do. First of all, to base your civic budget on the hope or on the expectation that people will break the law is a questionable policy at the best of times, much like Rob Renner told the Medicine Hat News today, April the 8th, 2011. But that aside, here's why I don't think your hands were tied. Because you haven't fought for us yet. Fight for the people who elected you. Fight on behalf of the elderly widow on a fixed income who cannot afford her taxes as it is. Fight for that family of four who's got nothing left in the bank 5 days before payday. The aldermen and Medicine Hat police will say that it is the province doing this to you and not them. Perhaps, okay, aldermen, or city councillors, as I hear you like to be called, go to Edmonton then. Protest on the legislature. Demand to speak to the Premier of Alberta or to Service Alberta Minister Heather Klimchuk. And if that doesn't work for you, try harder. In fact, even do what former Newfoundland Premier Danny Williams did when he found that his province was getting screwed over by a higher level of government. He took a drastic measure. He ordered all Canadian flags to be taken down across the province of Newfoundland until that higher level of government listened to him. And listen they did. And Williams actually won that dispute. And his people to this day love him for that. So to all the aldermen who this week voted for a tax increase, are Hatters and Albertans really getting screwed over? If you believe that, then prove how much you care for our city. Go to City Hall, threaten to take down that Alberta flag until we are treated fairly. Could you imagine the outrage from Edmonton, the rattled cages? Hell, take it a step further. Say you're going to put up a Saskatchewan flag. See what happens then. All right? So to our mayor, wherever you are, and to city council, and even to our police, if you really feel that this is unfair, prove it. Prove it in bold, decisive fashion. Be the leaders that we have elected or hired or pay you to be. Step up. We'll stand by you. We'll back you up. But it's time the government, all levels, stop treating the middle class, you and I, like we are the enemies. That's my video blog for today. Thanks for checking it out. Have a great weekend. See ya.